So I've just about finished Zombie Awareness for 1.10.2, and I figured I would make a video showing off the new features I've also added. There were some nice changes to the 1.10 codebase for how sounds play. I can actually detect which ones are being played a lot better now and actually make the mobs react to it. For example, I'm in creative mode for now, but it should be fine. I used to have a noisy pistons feature, which kind of worked okay, but now I can make it work much better and from much further ranges. I'm just going to activate this device here. Once in a while, it'll drop a sense that the zombies will be able to pick up on, as if they're hearing the pistons themselves, and actually start to wander towards it. Hopefully, one will drop soon, and they'll start gathering towards it. Oh! Yep, okay. Starting to gather up there. That guy's dancing. If you look at the bottom right, you'll see mob investigating. That means that a sense right near the player was dropped, and that's one of the other features I wanted to talk about. It gives you an actual sound reaction to let you know that things are coming to your area and might be trying to hunt you down. In this case, I'm in creative mode, so that's not exactly the case, but it's much better when you're diving around in caves. To give you a better idea of what's actually going on behind the scenes, I've activated a visual debugger that'll let you see the actual sense in action. It just plays some note blocks and stuff. I've given it some time so that these pistons have turned off and the senses have dissipated, so they're no longer really attracted to them. But another one I have added is explosions, so I'll just go ahead and create one here, a little away from this castle, temple. And once I set this off, you'll see the senses, the visual for it, and then they should wander over here. Oh, yeah, you can already hear that they're coming over here. So that could be either just the TNT that I used, or it could be a creeper. So if you're fighting creepers, you kind of either want to avoid their explosion entirely, or deal with it and then get out of the area before other things will come over to investigate, see what's going on. Alright, let's go into survival mode and test this out in a bit more of a realistic scenario. Break this block so they can actually get in here, and that already made a sense. Oh jeez, yep, they can hear me. So, a bunch of those guys picked up on the blood scent that dropped, the debug you can see there, the sound senses. So, situations can get kind of hairy if you're really just making it very obvious where you are. Go over here in my little test area. One nice feature of, I think, 110 is that zombies actually call for help now. And I made that a bit more obvious with the sounds as well. All those other guys are probably coming over here because I'm fighting these guys right now. I might not make it. Okay, well, here's a good example of that. Let's pretend I got it out of there. And then I'm gonna go mine for some blocks or something. Well, there's a bunch of zombies in the cave next to me. A whole lot of zombies at that. Just gonna go over here. So I'm in creative mode, so they should have de-targeted me. Let's heal up. Oh yes, healing also. You burp at the end, so I made sure that burp sound will cause a sense, and they'll be able to hear you that way. This guy already caught up. Yep, there's probably going to be them dropping in from the blood scent that I dropped because I was bleeding, as well as just burping, fighting, a bunch of other stuff. Picked up on the sounds, and here we are again in this hole. Oh man, there's so many triggering. I'm not gonna get out of this spot. I'd rather not die though. Okay. So yeah. They're aware. I might need to tweak these values to be a little less intense, but it's a good start. There is one more feature I wanted to show off. I'm probably going to add more sounds for the alerting and stuff, but there's also another one that I added with a specific config to trigger it. I've just activated it, but you'll have to find it in the config yourself. I'm going to get away from these guys and go into survival mode, and if you listen carefully when I get close to them, you should be able to recognize the noise. Oh, he ran away from me. Skeleton, that'll trigger for him. Oh, his arrow landing also made a sense. Oh. That sounds like a lot just picked up on me. Let's run over here. So yeah, this should be pretty handy when you're in a cave and you suddenly hear that noise. It's a good reminder to turn around quickly. Is there a creeper around here I could trigger? I didn't really show off that one other than the normal explosion. Oh, I also fixed the blood rendering. It was pretty derpy for a few years, but I finally had a good look at it and managed to get it rendering very nicely. Yeah. That's over the redstone. That's not a very good spot to do that. Well, there was a creeper over here I think I can show off. There he is. So you're fighting a creeper, and he blows up. So he drops a pretty big sound sense, and a lot of stuff is going to pick up on that. The senses, I think at the moment, last for 30 seconds. But if you keep mining in an area, the sound senses will get stronger and stronger and stronger and pick up mobs' attention from greater and greater ranges. Oh, here comes the rest of them. Yeah. So you kind of want to mine, fight, and run away. Get to a safe spot, wait for things to cool down, try to get back out there again. I did make sure to have actual combat, not trigger sounds, so if you hit a zombie without getting hurt yourself, it won't drop any senses, and, you know, that won't attract any more. So you can play a fairly stealthy way. I have the debugs on, so if I hit that guy, there's nothing's happening with senses. Oh crap. Of course, unless creeper explodes, that's a different story. Now everything's gonna come up here. So yeah, I'm looking to add more sounds that are picked up by the mod. It's currently using a whitelist, so I just need to think of other ones that the game has that is worthy of being triggered. Stuff like doors opening and closing, that should be triggered. Right. Also, jukeboxes, if you play a record, that'll cause a big sense, like the creeper exploding does. As well as note blocks, if you're playing those a lot. Those will trigger the senses as well. So I'm just having fun with stuff like that. And I think that's pretty much all I need to show off. By the time you see this video, I should have the download available. I'll put it in the description of the video. So, yeah, go ahead and enjoy it, and stay safe.